Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. That's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. I'm so excited today, guys, because it is the season finale of Daryl Dixon from the Walking Dead universe. Now, this has been a great ride, but first, we're going to be taking a look at the New York City Comic Con teaser trailer of that guy's name we can't say, and Michonne.
Yeah, it says in the script here. Don't mention names.
Yeah,
so
let's check it out.
let's go. Can you guys hear?
I tried to get away.
Go.
Please know I tried.
Oh, man.
I tried, but I failed.
That's the look.
Just know
Whoa, she got the armor.
I love you.
Way too. Oh, February. Okay, so it's way too quick. Way too quick.
Wait.
All right, coming back.
I know
back.
it was only
One
38
more.
seconds, but that felt like 5.
All right. That's badass.
I tried to get away.
Look at that flaming
That was a
walker.
Why are they on fire?
Please know I tried.
Was it 51?
I tried,
He's
but I
wearing
failed.
like a apron of some kind there, a leather apron.
Look at that armor.
Just know
Ho, 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 ho.
It's bad.
Good to see Michonne too.
I love you.
Oh,
This is just way too quick. I don't even know how we do a quick breakdown of this, right? So
Just have to
I guess we
pause,
scrub and pause here,
Yeah.
folks. So just work with us. All right. So obviously we got Rick coming in. Doesn't look like anything
to get away.
unusual.
okay.
Okay,
So-
here we go. Slowing it down here.
So that doesn't look like somebody just threw gas on a walker and it's on fire. That looks like they have some kind of internal thing coming out of them somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go a half us. It looked like I think they showed a little bit more of the on fire walker here. If we go just a hair forward, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So that doesn't, it looks like it's coming from internally, that fire on the walker, doesn't it?
it does. And I wouldn't be surprised. I got a cough drop in here and some slurring. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a variant, but also wouldn't be surprised if it was like walking out of something.
Yeah.
And it had,
Or like a
whatever.
Molotov cocktail or something somebody threw at it.
The
Okay,
fun stuff.
yeah.
I don't know if we could say that for YouTube friendly, but yeah, either way.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of one of those, it's a variant or it just your typical.
It's
walker.
definitely interesting, especially just that
the way
the
they-
whole thing isn't on fire. It just seems like it's got a couple of lit up spots. Very interesting.
All right, so we got
And we got some
machete.
and there's, we got
axe,
these massive
like a
lights in the
tomahawk.
background. So that tells me that he's in front of some kind of compound with lights so they can see everything. Why the red fog? Who knows?
Yeah, Rick throwing a hand. It looked like
What's he got in his hand?
no, that looks like some kind of bracelet, doesn't it? Right here on his hand. Because look how it's lit up specifically right there on
Yeah.
this spot. But here's his hand.
That's weird. That
Either way, I'm just
it's either
excited
way
to
he's
see Rick
he's
back.
in front of some kind of compound. But we
Yeah,
can't
that's
see any
probably
fences.
CRM. He probably
Yeah.
this is probably right here where they're showing him making his break
Yep.
because clearly in the verbiage there he tried multiple
Yep,
times to
to
come back.
escape.
It sounds like right. So, here's a clearer shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The face almost looks like it has a mask on.
Oh, here's some teeth. Look at
That's interesting.
jacked up face right there.
Yeah.
Wearing a helmet?
Maybe
like
at one point.
I mean,
it's
remember
got-
in the sanctuary they
Or those
they
just could
put
be the-
molten metal on their heads.
And then let's see. Oh, we got.
So now 51,
God, what a shot! All right, so yep, we got 51 in the background.
So some kind of
So post 51, like kind of like outpost for
that could
CRM.
Please know I tried. I tried.
Oh,
that
All right,
reminds
all
me
right.
of the Claimers. That look.
the Claimers, and then this reminds me of season 5, episode 1 at Terminus, where they were wearing aprons.
Yep.
too.
So he's
Yeah.
got some kind of apron on. No,
He's got a glove
that's
here,
leather gloves. Yeah.
and then of course here's the logo of the CRM.
Yep. Good call on that. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean obviously he's at the CRM.
Right. We know that, but still to drive it home.
But I failed.
So there's the cell phone.
Yep.
So clearly he sees Michonne. God, remember? I can't
Wasn't
remember
that-
what season that was.
It was in the boat, though, wasn't it? Wasn't
Yeah, it
cell
was in the
phone
boat. It was in the boat, if I remember correctly. Of course, if I'm wrong,
So this
correct me. But
So this is from before he got there.
so clearly, no. I think he's at, because remember, Michonne got on the boat to find Rick's boots and all that and his clothes.
Okay.
So this now is Rick seeing what Michonne left behind. I think it was Michonne that did this.
Okay.
Somebody did it. I can't remember off the top of my head. But either way, it's been a while since we've seen this. So now Rick is seeing clearly that is Michonne.
Right.
So that's pretty cool too. And then Dave, you were all about this gear. Look at Michonne.
look at that.
Some
Look at
straight
Michonne.
up, straight up medieval armor. that
Yeah,
she's got.
yeah, she has
So-
got.
I don't know if you guys remember, but at the last episode of the main show, they did show her wearing this gear.
Yep. She was significantly upgraded
Yeah,
in her armor.
big time. The original badass.
Just know
Okay. Yep. She's wearing it there. She just has a
I
cloak.
love
over
you.
it.
Yeah, see, that's what's crazy. There's not much to break.
No,
down
there
here.
really
Not,
is.
not much to this trailer.
Yeah.
It was good enough, man. I'm pumped
Yep.
to see Rick back
Just
because
seeing Rick with those facial expressions again is.
I think
so
everybody's
good.
just jacked to see Rick back. It's been years, literally.
literally,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, this story. I know some
been
people.
years.
I know some people won't agree with me on this, but Rick, The Walking Dead, is Rick's story. Yeah, there's other people involved, but the true story is Rick. And then at the later end of it, it's about pretty much Carl in the comics.
Yeah.
My opinion, feel free to disagree, but it is Rick's story, so it's only fitting that we get Rick back. Now, I didn't go and see too many, let's just label this spoiler content. So if you are watching this and didn't pay attention to NYCC, go to the reaction now, because we're going to jump into the reaction right after this. So spoiler, 3, 2, 1, you've been warned. So with Carol coming in, I didn't get to see anything else, but
for the Daryl Dixon season
for
two.
if they had a teaser or anything like that. But so Carol's pretty much confirmed, which we already knew.
Yeah, there were spy
It's called
shots.
Daryl. It's season 2, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol, which I thought was an interesting title. So that's great that we're going to get Carol back. And then I think Gimple I did see the video, because I'm always interested in what Gimple has to say, even though he never says anything, which is a true talent. So I will commend you on that. Eventually, he wants to tie in all the shows.
Well, sure.
To have
Yeah.
Avengers-like level, which, if I'm thinking correctly, and if I have the Gimple brain on, it's like, how long can we just not drag, but I'm going to use drag.
Milk. How long can we milk
How
it?
long can we milk it out to keep? And I get it, because if I'm on the Walking Dead crew, I want a job for 10 plus
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
So-
if you're a writer, director, producer, anybody working on a series where it's like you're making, good enough money that you're happy with, and you know that this is something that you can run for another 10 years. I mean, obviously, we're not on the inside of Hollywood and everything they do, but for movies, it's like, well, one project, the next project, the next project. But for TV shows, you get actors and writers, and it's like, you're just going. I mean, you think about like shows like, I don't know, any show, but I mean the longer running shows like, Simpsons. Look at some of my favorites like Seinfeld. I mean, here's your job for your next 9 years of your life. You have shows like Grey's Anatomy, which I've never watched, but isn't Grey's
Supernatural. I mean, all those ones that have tons of
Supernatural is a
seasons.
perfect example. 15 years. Imagine that's crazy.
That's a fantastic run.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's
a hell of a
fantastic
run. And of
run.
course they things get switched out. It's not like it's always the same people working behind the scenes. But yeah, I can't blame the guy. Look, if you've got a recipe that works, and even if it's not as big as the original, look, it's gonna that's the measuring stick, right?
Well, the only thing that I have a problem with the way they do this is They called it the Book of Carol. Why are you spoiling us? Why can't we just wait till the end of Daryl Dixon? Maybe you drop it then. But no, every time Walking Dead has to spoil the damn season. I hate that. Like, okay, so now we know Carol's coming.
Get some Dave vibes over here from Nathan.
I was trying to be nice.
Well, and they do the same thing with the trailers. For the next step. That's why I never want to watch the trailers for the next episode. Because our character is in peril. Oh, look, they're fine in the trailer. Well, so much for that cliffhanger. I don't understand how they do the trailers or these reveals. Other than that, I'm excited to see Rick and
Mason
Michonne.
Quinn is passionate about all.
No, I mean, he's not wrong. I was actually trying to be nice for once and not go that route, but Quinn did it for me, so it's even better.
Every time, guy.
He's not wrong. They do it. And that is a gripe. I just wish, I know they have these things planned out, and I know they use the Comic-Cons, the big ones like NYCC, SDCC, to really get their stuff out there, because that's where a lot of eyeballs are on, right? I just wish they would allow, just keep some stuff close to the vest.
Right.
I get it. The Carol stuff leaked with photos and everything a couple months ago, because that's how people are now with like spoilers and whatnot. So
Yeah, maybe casual fans didn't check it out. So
yeah, casual fans probably didn't, but either way, I guess we should have this expectation moving forward that they did it.
No surprises.
No surprises anymore.
You're gonna know
kind of thing,
everything.
so whatever.
Oh, boy.
Either way, excited for Rick and Michonne. February can't come soon enough, and I'm telling you, 6 episodes isn't going to be enough to tell that story, because season 9 he's been gone, so 3-4 years now. You cannot tell me that there isn't a shit ton of story in that, and I get it. They're probably just gonna.
It's gonna be flashbacks, a bit of backstory here, a bit of backstory here.
Yeah,
like enough for us to kind of, put together the puzzle pieces of get the general gist of what happened. But you could have a whole season on just what happened between then and now. Yeah. Like it's going to be a catch-up season, then we go into the show. But
so if Gimple has his way, and they're able to see this all the way through, I hope Andy Lincoln is going to be doing other shows, and it doesn't have to be just a Rick and Michonne show then, because if they are not going to involve Andy and Andy wanted out, good luck.
Has he done any other major projects since?
Not major. He's done projects, but I wouldn't call him major. And that's no offense to him.
He's done some theater work
and Netflix movie. He had a Netflix movie, I think, come out. I think it's out right now, but he did a Netflix movie. I think he did another movie too. Okay. But nothing like
the last
spotlighted
time,
like
the last
Dead.
time I saw him, he was on Ride with Norman Reedus, and he was bringing Norman and his father-in-law some tea. So who knows what he's up to?
Who knows?
All right, enough yapping from us, folks. We're about to dive into Daryl, the last episode. So here we go.
Going back to World War II here?
That's exactly what we're doing. I'm guessing this is supposed to be Normandy.
Yeah. Oh, grandfather?
That was an interesting start.
I wonder if we could zoom in on that dog tag later.
Today you die for my brother.
Not likely.
Holy shit. This thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
you hear the
burn?
sizzle?
Yeah.
Get your hand away, Daryl.
In his hand.
Look,
Look, it's just melting right through.
And he's pushing himself off the wall. Unbelievable. Perfect.
Oh,
he's gonna get it right.
Flag.
Yes!
That's badass.
Oh,
Nice.
yes!
Oh.
Daryl wins!
Are you not entertained?
I was just going to say that. Didn't expect that.
Are they going to bring out another
Jeanette?
one?
est-ce que vous avez mieux à proposer?
Non, ce n'est que le début.
Only the first.
Oh,
Oh my God, they got to fight each other.
are they going to
Are they
handcuff
gonna
them
chain them
together like
together?
in Gladiator?
Or they're going to have to fight each other being chained together. Old dog collar match.
No, they're not going to make them fight each other. They're going to bring another walker out, and they're going to have to work together.
I ain't gonna die in here.
You look half dead already. I'll be quick with the last half.
Oh, they are doing these two
Yeah.
against each other.
Well, we know Quinn's a red shirt.
Oh, Jesus.
We're going to get 4 of them.
Seigneur, Protégez Daryl. Donnez-lui la force.
I'd be running up and stabbing them now while they're still.
Okay, so there's the intro. I was wondering if they were going to have like a wall of walkers and then release more. That way, if they brush up against the wall, you're getting bit.
Yeah.
On basically a 360 of you.
Yeah, I thought they were just going to do one at a time and basically just wear Daryl
Wear him
down.
down.
You know, like, yeah, I knew they weren't going to make those two battle each other. That's not.
I mean, that would, to me, that makes sense to make each other battle each other.
I mean, they teased it.
My terrible English there. They're injecting them. That's right.
Ooh, doesn't look like it's working for him.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, got the
Oops. Oh.
bad formula. The old head pop.
Well, there's our crew.
Follow my lead.
Sure thing, mate.
Oh, they're going after each other. Never
That's
seen that
new.
before. Look at that.
Holy shit!
Oh!
That one ain't walking anymore.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it's like sparks on
Sparks!
Yeah.
some kind
what-
of helmet.
Oh, they,
there was,
they
yeah.
got something on its head. You're going to have to decapitate it.
Yeah, but then all the acid blood's gonna come out.
No! Yep. Knew it. Knew it. I knew it.
Oh,
How the hell did Quinn not get bit?
but what's gonna happen with the blood? Oh!
There it goes.
Let's not forget, though, they're
Just like Gladiator.
He won the crowd.
100%.
Maximus.
Let's not forget, though, they're still experimenting, so...
Yeah, it's not an exact science.
L'idée, c'était de rallier ces gens à la cause.
Oh, he's gonna throw it up. Oh,
There it is!
yes!
Total Gladiator.
Gladiator, Hunger Games.
Nice.
I'm so glad I watched Gladiator now, otherwise I have no idea what this is.
Finissons-en.
Oh!
Some people were predicting in the comments that the walkers were going to get up into the balcony.
Oh, yeah, if they're smart and they start climbing.
Caudron,
Madame.
c'est cet Américain qui a tué ton frère. Trouvez-le, tuez-le. Prends Caudron avec toi, il est motivé.
Bruv is about to join his brother.
He ain't gonna last long. Oh,
okay,
he did get bit.
I can feel it. Sure. Should we stand there taking a piss or should we go?
Yeah, he's bit.
The slang.
Okay, I was going to say, there's no way these smart walkers didn't just bite him.
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer?
Ce que je sais, ma chère, c'est que Dieu ne viendra pas à votre secours. Le Messie, je crois pas, non. Ils auraient pu te tuer.
C'est ce que Daryl aurait fait.
What would Daryl do?
I mean, in some circumstances, that would be the smart play, and others not so much.
Yep.
Peut-être qu'elle a raison, le Dieu. Peut-être qu'il nous a abandonnés. C'est dans ces moments-là qu'il faut pas perdre la foi.
Oh, she was able to lift the key.
Que j'ai pas y aller longtemps.
Remember,
Yeah, something she learned a long time
yeah, I
ago.
was just going to say,
Time
they
ago.
showed us all the series that she can pick.
Yep.
I told you I ain't dying here, man. Get the fuck up.
You know, die somewhere. It doesn't matter what.
That hand's coming off.
You know, I was terrible to her. Thought I'd get it right the next time round, and I made it worse.
Using your own kid to get her back.
Yeah, well, all right, yeah. I didn't see it like that, did I? Doesn't matter now, does it? It's too late.
You could buy me some time. Help save her and Laurent.
Yeah, all right.
Hero's way out.
Yep.
My wrist.
Yeah. I'm gonna need your belt. You ready?
Oh, gosh.
Do something for me. You'll tell her what I've done for her.
You got it.
Oh, they did it! Oh. Okay, hero's way out for him.
I'm actually kind of taken back by that. Wow.
Yeah. Oh. That was so close.
Any idea where they are?
Cell blocks, I think. Can you get one of these cars running?
My uncle ran a garage.
Okay. Don't move.
Boom.
Got it though. Oh, they're gonna run into Quinn, and he's gonna be like a smart walker
he'll
or
be
something.
turned.
Hit that pipe over there. We gotta break the lock. Come on. Come on.
There he is. Told you.
Yep, he did turn.
Wow.
Take it. You can do it. You can do this. You can do this. See it. Gotta forgive you.
Oh, don't miss!
Oh my goodness, with the kid swinging that?
I thought he was going to go in with the end
Yeah.
of it.
That probably would have been the much safer approach.
On doit retourner à Paris, là, on a plus besoin de nous. J'espère qu'un jour tu nous rejoindras.
Can't believe that guy made it.
I was just thinking that.
You guys both counted him out. Especially you, Dave.
I'm not hiding.
Good luck.
You too. Thank you.
Good luck. Well, the episode is still young here. Maybe.
Is it? Like it always goes so fast. There could be 2 minutes left. I don't know.
I'm playing the numbers game, so it's nice to see her back with the group because they need as many skilled people as they can get right
Yep.
now.
They left-hand drive in France?
That vehicle.
That's interesting.
Let us know.
Yeah, help me out in the comments, folks.
Flu ain't gonna let anything happen to him.
Have you ever been in love?
I love it. I love it. Don't say anything.
Je t'ai toujours protégé, mais cette fois-ci, c'est toi qui m'as protégé.
It wasn't him anymore. And he was never my father. Sometimes you have to do horrible things. And no matter how bad you feel,
Yeah,
there's
Daryl
no
can
other choice.
speak to
God
that.
will forgive you. Like with my mother.
Oh, man.
What is it?
Oh, no.
Oh, the sets on this are so good.
This doesn't look like I suppose nothing is very scenic, but
My father tried to teach me how to change a tire once. Gave up after 2 hours.
Mom used to have us take apart engines. If we couldn't put them back together, we got no dinner. When he was around, which was hardly ever, he grew up without a father. I guess history repeats itself. if you're not
he grew up
careful.
without a father. His grandpa died in World War II.
There you go.
My grandfather died here.
In the war?
Yeah. He enlisted, left his pregnant wife back home. My grandma never came back.
He gave his life for France.
You know, while his family fell apart back home. Never made it off the beach.
He's changed so much since he met you. He's never had that kind of influence in his life.
Quinn thought about you before he died.
Did he ask you to tell me that?
No. I just thought you should know.
There's something in your eyes that could tell you'd been through stuff. That you could get us where we needed to go. There's something else I have to confess. About that picture on the beach. I asked Laurent to draw that once you got to the Abbey. Thought it might convince you to help us.
I'm here now. Hey, can you hand me that big wrench? Isabel! Isabel!
Looking for this?
Oh! Oh, that would hurt so bad.
Come on. Daryl would have saw the feet.
The boy first.
Oh!
Oh, he doesn't want to take out the kid.
Vas-y, dépêche-toi.
He can't do
Not
it.
his style.
Yeah, he's not going to take out a kid.
No. Whoa! Whoa!
Had a change of heart, I guess. He just had enough.
Not today, Dixon. Next time.
Well, because he didn't want to take out that whole crew. He only wants Daryl. There's no way they would let him just do that, so...
What just happened?
Mont Saint-Michel? The nest. A day's walk north. Burn the truck. Easy to track.
See?
Come on. That's
Laurent's got some powers, man.
all season long here. Dude wanted to burn Daryl.
But
has a chance.
But he only wanted Daryl. He didn't want to take out the
He
He
innocent...
didn't have to take out those people.
I
though.
think he.
No, the
you know what?
soldiers wanted him to.
The
Starting with the kid,
They
they said.
soldiers wanted him to take out the kid.
Yeah, they wanted to Quinn's point, he only wants Daryl.
Yep.
All he had to do was pop Daryl and walk away. Why not just pop Daryl and walk away.
Because he knew if he popped Daryl, they were going to take out the other three.
Yeah, that's what they were there.
Take out the soldiers like he did.
Oh,
and then pop Daryl.
Oh.
And then he has his justice.
Well, maybe
because I think he realized like
they need Daryl.
He's been told, he's thinking this whole time that Daryl's this bad guy, and maybe I don't know. No, I just don't want to talk too much right now.
We'll get it in the wrap up here.
The nest.
Oh, I remember the first time we saw that in the trailer. All the folks in the comments helped us out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a literal castle.
Yeah. It's like they landed in Hawaii.
Aloha.
Bienvenue au lit. Elle a besoin d'aide. Amenez-la vite à l'infirmerie. Vous êtes Monsieur Dixon?
He doesn't speak French.
The American. Welcome to the nest. I'm Lausanne.
How long is this place gonna last?
Straight out of New Jersey. I came to Paris as a student in the 90s. Oh. And Aslan.
He didn't make it. Tonight she'll be coming for us.
We'll pray not, but if the day comes, we'll be prepared.
There it is.
Yep.
Be prepared. Well, looks like they've got quite the setup there.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the high ground there. You've got when the tide comes in, you're basically inaccessible.
That's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that in person someday.
Guns up. Aim. Fire.
Aim. Stick it in your shoulder. All right, in your shoulder.
Season 2, Rick and Shane teaching the.
I like how they're
the
not using live rounds because it would be incredibly scarce, the ammunition.
Yeah, they wouldn't be burning through ammo.
What makes us human?
Aristotle said humans have ability to reason.
Santé.
Santé.
Can you help me? I can't reach my back.
Oh boy, here we go.
Is it that bad?
Ooh, all the way through?
It's a pretty impressive battle, huh?
Did I get here?
It's not what I expected.
What did you expect?
Bunch of Amish people running around. Bonnets.
That's to love. I like it here.
Kind of grows on you.
It feels like home.
She's laying the groundwork for him.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Who looks up to you. And he's here because of you.
Oh, Isabel, really?
Oh, grateful to you both. I'm sorry to see you go. You kept your word, we've kept ours. Found a vessel to help get you home. Fisherman from Dover.
When's the leave?
Well, he'll be there in 2 days. You'll have to walk to the north coast. Set out at dawn. Unless you've changed your mind.
I got family waiting for me back home.
You've got people here who hope you'll stay.
Fuck your family. That's basically what he said.
But we need you here, now.
Pouvoir, it isn't my fight.
Maybe the fight's not the reason you're torn. Sometimes when a person leaves home, he comes to find he belongs someplace else.
On a manqué de vigilance, madame. On était trop en confiance. Ils sont revenus nulle part, en surnombre.
Pourtant, tu reviens sans une égratignure.
J'ai entendu des coups de feu, je suis revenu. Sauf que c'était trop tard.
He ain't making it.
Avant, à l'époque, j'étais veilleuse de nuit dans un musée. Des yeux par milliers qui me suivaient de pièce en pièce. Et tu sais ce que j'ai appris?
Something about truth is in the eyes.
J'ai appris à distinguer un œil qui dit la vérité d'un œil qui ment.
I knew it.
T'as descendu mes hommes, n'est-ce pas?
Vous voulez que je tue le petit? Je pouvais pas.
Alors tu n'es pas l'homme que je pensais. Et chaque personne qui les rejoint nous affaiblit. C'est pour ça que nous devons les éliminer. Parce que nous construisons l'avenir. Pas pour nous, pour ceux d'après. Et c'est à nous d'exécuter les tâches les plus difficiles, de commettre l'indicible pour que n'ait pas à le faire. Et où Sonny?
Doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that's going to give up the info too easy.
Not at all.
If at all.
Ça va juste devenir de plus en plus doux.
What a redemption arc.
Yeah.
But that arc was like this.
Yeah, I know. We've seen it for him and Quinn in this episode.
You weren't going to say anything?
I made a promise to them, just like I made you.
Well, I appreciate it. But you also told me that you left Commonwealth to see what was out in the world.
This has always been the story, ever since I washed ashore here.
What about Laurent? You're going to leave without saying goodbye? You're going to abandon him?
Oh.
This is not that.
You think you're escaping history by doing this, but you're not. You're repeating it.
You know, you believe what you believe, and I respect you for that. And this place feels like home to you. And I truly hope it is for both of you. But I have my own home to get back to.
Well, I'm glad we met. Godspeed on your journey.
So you can put it down by him, not wake him up.
Did he solve it? Nope.
Couldn't tell if that was
Regret or...
teardrops or if it was rain on his face.
Nah, Daryl doesn't cry.
And he cried for Beth.
It was rain because his hair was wet too. So.
And he cried for Glenn
Yep.
when Maggie tried talking to him. Oh, is this where his grandfather? You want to know what the dog tag was?
Yep. What do you think his grandfather's first name is?
You know, you got Daryl Merle. Jed. I'm going Jed. Oh, so he's really taking his time going through it.
Yeah, he wants to find it. William. He's a private.
Yeah, he's emotional.
D-Day.
And he cried for Merle, by the way.
I was being facetious.
There it is. I'm glad they gave us that.
Yep. It was a nice little treat within the story.
Mm-hmm.
Is he actually gonna leave?
The old bunker's still built into the beaches there.
What, he missed the boat?
Okay,
they're signaling him. Okay.
Man, I was gonna say, really?
Because it seemed closer in the other shot than what it was here.
I knew it was too smooth.
Yep.
They're like, oh, there's too many. They're not gonna come and get them, are they? Oh no. It's a Walker Grayfield.
Yeah.
Thank God for that Morning Star. Well, that's funny, but that was.
Shout out to that stunt man.
Man, what kind of setup we can have here?
Oh, he followed him. Oh, well.
Daryl didn't get on the boat.
Yep. Just like I thought. There's no way he was going to leave.
No.
Just bring him. Grab him and go. Daryl's not going.
Because Laurent's was the whole point with the nest.
because now, like, Daryl's going to have to go back and get the kid in the boat. It's probably going to think, here's Carol. I was so wrong.
I was going to say, that was like a size 12.
I was going to say, she took up the bike ride.
That's our guy.
Yeah, but that's the dude riding Daryl's bike, though. This is going to be somebody.
This is going to be Carol. What is Carol driving there?
Carol.
No, that's a Stang.
Fastback Stang, yeah.
Carol's driving a Stang? Come on, dude. Why'd you have to shoot the Stang?
Freeport.
Welcome to Freeport.
And guess where that was? In Maine.
Yep.
She's on her way looking for Daryl.
Yep.
I want to see your hands.
Yeah.
Boom, there it is.
Here she is.
Don't want any trouble. Looking for a friend of mine. Name's Daryl Dixon.
Never heard of no Dixon.
Hell, that's his bike.
That's his bike you're riding.
Found it.
Come a long way trying to track him down.
Now move.
Her jacket's too baggy to do the trick she did before with the saviors on her sleeve.
Open that. Now.
You're messing with the wrong cat, dude.
It's going to be like the Road Warrior where she's going to have it booby-trapped. Wrench.
The old wrench up the sleeve trick.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the bike?
I traded some shit for it. Can't back down the road a few miles.
If you're lying, I won't be back.
No.
Ah, she is going to ride.
Population dead. Okay, so is Carol going to France?
Yep. Because Daryl is never going to leave. Hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
100% he's going back.
She's going.
She's going.
She's going to France. Yep. All right. This was such a great series. I'm so glad they're getting a season 2 for all the reasons that we talked about earlier. The music, the set, the acting, the writing, the storytelling that they did. I mean, this was 58 minutes or so, and they packed so much into it. It was so good. We saw redemption arcs for 2 of our characters who we thought were villains. Now, we know Quinn is gone, but if we didn't see it, it didn't happen in the world of The Walking Dead. So who knows what's happening with our soldier, if he made it or not, or how that's going to play out. The only nitpick I have is that in 10 plus years of The Walking Dead, Daryl's never mentioned anything about his grandfather to anybody. Now, I know it probably wouldn't fit into the storyline or what they were doing or talking, but you would just think at some point when they were talking about families or something like that Daryl might bring that up. But either way, it was a really nice kind of tie-in that they had for him being over in France, finding the grave. That was really cool the way they did that. Now, we touched on a little bit, and I know we kind of had our thoughts about it, about why didn't our head baddie soldier take out Daryl and then the other soldiers and leave, or what was his motivation for doing what he did? I just think that at the end of the day that the people he was working for wanted him to take out a kid. He had been chasing this goal for so long. It's like you're trying to achieve something. He was trying to get Daryl. He was almost obsessed with it. But then when he finally got there, change of heart, or he'll take out Daryl in his own time. He didn't want the collateral damage of the others because he knew that they needed Daryl to get where they're going. And if they didn't have Daryl, that wasn't going to happen. So that's kind of my take on that, on why Daryl was allowed to live in this episode. But another fantastic episode. I can't wait till it comes back, but I guess February will come soon enough and we'll have that Guy and Michonne story.
The sheriff.
So the sheriff with the boots.
Sheriff and Michonne.
We'll see how that goes. But this was awesome, guys. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you all did too. Look forward to seeing your comments.
Yeah, the last episode, they left us with that huge cliffhanger. It looked like Daryl was going to do battle with one of our super walkers. I really loved... And I'm so glad Diamond Dave actually saw Gladiator not that long before we watched this, because there was definitely some inspiration from the film Gladiator as far as that scene went. From the chanting Dixon, the lock tied up with the chains, and I know
head
that
throwing.
The head throw. I mean, there was so much stuff that kind of, and who doesn't love Gladiator? But I thought that was really cool. It was interesting how easily Daryl took out the walkers. I thought maybe he was going to have a little bit more of a battle, but he's skilled, and even if they can move fast, look, he's been doing this for what?
He's been fighting for a long time.
A lot of years.
Not just walkers,
a lot
but
of years
too.
Yeah, so he's no stranger to how to take out a walker, and I think the thing that you don't think about is you saw him go for the leg each time. You take off a leg, they can't walk at you anymore. Yeah, they can crawl or hobble or whatever, but strategically, to take off the leg, brilliant.
Real quick, to your point while I'm thinking about it, you said about the fighting with the walkers. He's very skilled at taking on the walkers. If you notice, if you and everyone else notice, he is, we'll just say, easy at taking on walkers. He's, like you said, very skilled at it. But when it comes to people, it's always almost a 50-50 fight when it's against somebody else. He never is a top
him and Beta had that great fight,
and Corden.
But I think you learn strategically. I suppose I have a hypothetical conversation, but I think just like if you've fought somebody with a certain style of martial art or whatever, after fighting so many people, you would have a tendency to understand the way they move. Things to look for, tells, things like that. Whether they're telegraphing certain movements and things like that. In any regard, that was really cool. Little bit of just a little bit of a redemption for Quinn. Like at the end of the day, he realized, hey, I'm a bad guy. He did what he did, or what they needed to do to help Daryl escape and to help buy him some more time. It was great that the other people from the crew came and they worked their way in, helped him get out. So that was cool. Seeing Isabel do her little pickpocket thing again, so they could get out of that was cool. I mean, everything about this episode I think was really well done. But I got to be honest, I think my favorite part of the episode was when our soldier Stefan, when he said he wasn't going to take out the kid, and it was interesting, and I'm not sure what all made the cut, but we were kind of going back and forth a little bit as it was happening. But I tend to agree with Mason Quinn. I think he wanted to find the guy who took out his brother. And you think this is a bad guy, this is a bad guy, this is a bad guy. He was probably not unaware that his brother and some of the other people in the crew may have had problems. And we even got his backstory where his parents look out for your brother, look out for your brother. So, looking back, I don't know if that was, kind of indication that his brother was a little bit of a troublemaker and whatever. But I think, regardless of whether his beef with Daryl, was something that was ever going to be squashed, I agree with Mason Quinn. He wanted that kid to get to the nest. And, look, there's a lot of things that people do in the world that aren't good things, and a lot of people aren't good people. But for somebody in his situation, I draw the line at kids.
Yeah.
I draw the line at kids, and knowing, the other thing is when he started working for the I forget her name already, the lady. Madame, really, Jeanette. Yeah, when he started working for Jeanette, he was so hyper focused on getting Daryl. And I don't think he really knew what she was all about. And I think the more he started to see her,
he just saw an opportunity.
Yeah,
with Daryl.
But it is interesting because you're talking the day before he wanted Daryl to get eaten by the walkers. So it's but I think the biggest thing is when at that point when they escaped, the fact that Daryl was still with Isabel, he was still with Laurent after everything he had been through. He gets out, it's his chance to escape, get away from the kid, get away from them, go off on his own, and he was still trying to help them. So, but I thought that was cool for him. And then he didn't give up where the nest was either. Yep. So that was telling that it wasn't just about he didn't want to take out the kid, right? Because then he goes back. He could have said where the nest was, but he's protecting them. He has some sort of belief in what they're doing there, or just doesn't want want to see the outcome that could potentially happen if they found out where the nest was. So, as far as him staying in France, I got to be honest. I thought he was going to leave. I did. I thought he was going to get on the boat and go back, and it was because that's the Daryl thing to do, right? Go.
You do your job.
Go.
Leave.
And he wanted to get back home. Laurent following him all the way there, of course. He didn't have a choice, especially, with the walkers. Now, if we didn't see it, it didn't happen, so we don't know that he doesn't bring Laurent with him. I doubt it, but if you didn't see it, it didn't happen. Does Laurent get on the boat with Daryl? Maybe. Does Carol go to France?
Carol's going to France.
I think that's the likely scenario. Carol finds the group, talks to them. Hey, boats go back and forth to France for these people who are doing studies. Carol gets on the boat, but didn't see it, didn't happen. Great episode and a great season overall. I really loved everything about this season. And I did not watch. I watched the first, I think, 4 or 5 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. I was like, check it out, guys. So I don't have the same spinoff complaints as Diamond Dave so oftenly expresses, but I thought this was a phenomenal season.
I'm going to take us on a ride here a little bit. I want to address some comments from last week before we dive into my thoughts on the series. Daryl, in episode 5, when Carol called, he was talking to Carol, right? So, folks, you'll hear Carol. She says, ick. Ick. There's nothing else. I know there's a lot of comments in there saying, oh, it's going to be Dwight. Oh, it's going to be Morgan. No way are they talking about Rick right now.
Are you going to play this?
We're going to play
it. Oh, okay.
We're going to play it here because and for you folks, I'll probably do the edit once here and then replay it several times so you hear the ick. But when you guys hear it, it is ick. It's not white. It's not Oregon. It's ick. So we're going to play it here.
Yeah.
Ick.
It's
came back.
It's 100%.
It's 100% ick.
Why would that not be the first thing she said, though? And I know a lot of folks in the comments
that was
said
the number one thing. Yeah. So, in my head, and now this could be really wrong, but in my head, they finally made contact, right? Now, there could be a lot of things on Carol's mind right now when he's talking to her. Yeah. So maybe right now she could be thinking a lot, right?
Should I tell him? Shouldn't? Is that going to alter his plan?
It's interesting that you bring that up because I can't think of any specific time off the top of my head, but we've all had conversations with somebody where it's like, you have to tell somebody something big or tell something serious. They call you, hey, how's it going? I'm good. How are you? Okay, good. Yeah, how are the kids? Okay, so I need to tell you this. It's not like you pick up the phone and be like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
Now, in certain situations, whatever, but sometimes it's, you just, you take care of the formalities and then you do it. But that is 100%. Like when we were watching, we were like, oh my God, I thought he said ick. And, we weren't going to back it up during the show, but that is 100% ick.
And I'm not saying anyone's wrong by saying it's going to be Morgan or it's going to be Dwight, but right here, it was 100% ick. Now, the way The Walking Dead works is they try to use the shows to get to the next one. Majority of the time, take out Fear the Walking Dead because they never really had too much of a tie-in to the main show. But what the main show does is they always try to tease the next show or whatever that may be. Yep. Maybe not 100% of the time, but they do their best. Example is at the end, right, where they showed Rick and Michonne. Because that was to... If they really wanted to put a button on the main show, it would have been Daryl driving off, and that was it. And that would have been they used that last 5 minutes to promote Rick and Michonne, right? Here is their way of...
Kind of
they're sprinkling the seeds for it, but two cases. The ick was 100% ick. Now, Gimple and crew probably did that intentionally, but to some of you out there, you may be right. It could be Dwight or it could be Morgan. I can't wait to see what is really... I hope they come back to this because we have seen a couple times where they do something never acknowledged again. So I hope this does get acknowledged in future. I hope this gets acknowledged in future stuff. So that, to me, is them doing a tie-in to Sheriff Rick and Michonne. Show thoughts, though. I thought this was an absolutely fantastic series. Sure, we've had some nitpicks, right? But does not cloud the fact that this was a very strong 6 episodes for Daryl, especially being a spinoff.
It's a redemption.
It was a redemption for them, for the writers and everything. I don't know about you guys, but I do feel a little bit confident now. I'd say 80% confident that they're gonna do well for Rick and Michonne. They should, because Rick and Michonne are 2 top tier characters in this whole universe they got going, so they better bring their A game for it.
In 6 episodes, they can just concentrate on them. It can be a very tight story, just like this one.
And I feel like there was really no, for the most part, I'd say 90. If there was any filler, it was like 2% filler, maybe, and that's stretching it for me on that. So, again, kudos to the writers, kudos to everyone involved in this project for Norman Reedus and crew, because you guys really brought it. Kudos to the actors, and shout out to all of you who told us. Clémence Poésy was in Harry Potter, and a lot of people were expecting you, Dave, to nail that right away, but you didn't.
Wow, it was 2010. It was like 13 years ago.
Yeah, she was in Harry Potter. She was. Did I go too far? Yep. Oh, that's going to bring me to Harry Potter. But she was in Harry Potter. So some people were like, "Oh, how did you not get that open?" Oh, wow. So shout out to all of you for calling that off. To what you guys were saying with Cordon, I hope I'm saying that right. To me, it was a little weird because we had 4 episodes, because he was only in 5, 4 episodes of him gunning for Daryl. And I get it 100% with where he draws the line with the kid. I thought that was pretty cool. But, I don't know what I left in, but just in case, I know you guys were saying, well, he didn't want to do it in front of them, etc., etc. If he really wanted to, he could have sprayed the soldiers and then just took Daryl and walked away. Yeah. To me, I feel like we should have had a little bit more of a redemption arc build, because they gave us, 30 seconds at the end.
Yeah, I agree. That was my gripe, because I felt like it was a redemption arc for him, but they could have given us just a little bit of him like not liking what the Madame was doing.
She was doing.
Like, you know, just a little bit where she says something and he's like, "Whoa, you're going too far." And you see that internal conflict with him. We didn't really get that.
His character was always very stonewalled though, and didn't show any
and
emotion.
we started the episode off with, "This is for my brother." You know, it's like, and then boom. It's like,
it was interesting. It was interesting.
Well, and it isn't like he just let Daryl go. He just said, "Hey, next time." So
I get, I don't know. Either way, it was interesting the way they did that. To what Dave was saying, I wish they would have started at least this episode off, kind of him like showing a little bit of hesitation on some stuff.
Even an eyebrow.
That would have been satisfying enough, but instead they give us 5 frames, whatever it was. Again, shout out to the cast and crew. You guys did awesome. Predictions: Carol is going to France.
Yeah.
We're going to get some interesting stuff over there, I bet. But again, kind of goes back to our conversation with timelines. Now we got, does that mean we're not for Rick and Michonne? Are we not having Carol, Daryl, and Rick together with Michonne now? Like,
yeah, if Carol just said, you know, Ick came back and now she's leaving. Like, I got to go find Daryl. I'm going to go to France. Like,
would Rick go with her? Would Michonne go with her?
If you're going to go to France, Rick and Michonne, pretty solid traveling companions.
You know, they might have stuff going on in their neck of the woods, and I'm so embarrassed. I first thought it was a Camaro, not a Mustang.
I want to hear your thoughts, your predictions.
No, I thought it was too, the way the front end looked with the
and the logo in the front.
Yeah, with the two hoods. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely want to hear your thoughts and predictions on what you think of what's coming into Rick and Michonne. I hope we don't have any major character deaths, basically Rick or Michonne in that. And then Daryl season 2 again. I just hope that these timelines work out correctly. That's my only.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how they tie that in. Well, folks,
rock and roll, man.
That's gonna do it for Daryl Dixon from the Walking Dead universe. What a ride it was! Definitely a rewatchable series. So for Diamond Dave Damone, that's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. Hey, we'll see you back in February for Rick and Michonne.